There are many things we do not know the content, some for not reading the label, others to confuse the client by the companies, and some more simply because the seller considers it a secret and family recipe. For some, the sausages are the perfect combination in their diet, but many already knew that they come from the trifle of the animals. Another one that is well known is that of yellow cheese, since there is a great confusion about the origin even though it comes from plastic. However, it is not really so, since the truth comes from the smelting of several matured cheeses. That's why today I'll show you 10 things you didn't know are made. Let's begin. Number 10, recycled materials. At this point we may not talk about a meal, but it's something quite conscious for the world, such as garments of recycled material, such as Emma Watson's dress, from plastic bottles. Many garments are defined by the famous fleece, classic to feel warm and light, and although many think they come from animal skins, others are made with P.E.T, as well as Nike making up as polyester in the t-shirts of Selections National. Each jersey has more or less 18 recycled bottles, and if this were not enough for this company, produce artificial turf from the waste of sports shoes. A more similar case are the flip-flops of the GELATIN brand, manufactured from 344 grams of recycled tires, in addition to other products reuse plastic collected from the oceans. A big contaminant is cooking oil as well, as you can even use it to make biodiesel and move your car. For every liter of oil you get a liter of fuel. Number 9, the cheese striped. Not all cheese 100% cheese, especially grated, since it has recently been found to contain cellulose, made with wood pulp or better known as sawdust, to work as an anti-agglutination, which makes the cheese reconvert into a compact mass once in the bag. It is unusual, but it is true. Parmesan cheeses manufactured in industrial form often contain cellulose. In the US, the FDA allows this additive to be used, although it does not exceed 4% of the total product content. In the study published by the media, it is reported that only 2 brands proved to have cellulose under that limit: Kraft, which contains 3.8%, and Whole Foods, which gave the 0.3% result that, according to the brand, could be a false positive. Those who left more concerned about consumers are liking the Walmart brand, 7.8 cellulose, and Jewel Osco, 8.85%, almost twice as much as allowed. Number 8, pork cheese. So far it seems that all foods have recorded the word pork, and cheese is not as natural as we think. In Mexico there is a combination of both, called pork cheese, and not precisely because it is literally that. As it does not contain dairy as it seems, is obtained from crushing the heads of pigs and even add hairs of it, also in some cases may contain pieces of the legs and heart. Number 7, gum. The gum has had many myths around. When you were a child surely thought that when ingested it would stick in your intestine, or at least they told you to prevent style. The former president of Mexico, Antonio López de Santa Anna, commercialized it as a substitute for rubber, from the gum of the chico zapote, a jungle plant. Thomas Adams found no viable use, so he decided to cut it into strips and sell it as chewing gum. But it was in the years 40 when this rubber was replaced by synthetic polymers, first those of isoprene, then isobutylene, polyvinyl acetate, polyvinyl laurado, and copolymers butadiene styrene and isopropyl. But it is not all. To make a chewing gum intervene between 15 and 30 different ingredients such as edulcorants, moisturizing, and antioxidants. Number 6, gelatin. Many things come from animals or some plant. It is not the case of gelatin directly, but yes of the grenatina, substance that solidifies the gelatin, and this same is made of collagen that, if you remember your biology classes, is found in hooves and the skin, or if you have observed any gelatinous substance in these when eating animal meat. So this product is obtained from animal remains, crushed bones for a long time to be washed with acidic products until it becomes osseous. This substance is put in lime for several weeks and finally allowed to cool and solidify. Number 5, Gummies. The gummies are a classic that cannot be missed in someone's life, but very few know or interested in knowing how they are done. Just enjoy. According to their X-ray, they contain 60% pork rind and 40% comes from the cow. Initially these skins are cut into strips to be ground and crushed to form a powder that will later be made liquid along with the rest of ingredients and solidify to give way to the delicious rubber bands. That feeling of biting each sweet is thanks to the animal cartilage and beeswax to give the final shine. Number 4, surimi. Perhaps many love it for the delicious flavor it gives in Japanese food, are marketed throughout the world as crab sticks but really are a substance discovered by the Japanese to make a hash of white fish, that means, wash repeatedly hake, mackerel, or cod, after removing all scales, thorns, skin, and blood, then are cooled and heated several times resulting in a white paste to add preservatives, starch, salt, enhancers of flavor, sugar, and more elements artificial. Once frozen you get that wonderful pink color. For this reason, it is not recommended to consume more than twice a month and much less in children, so do not be deceived saying that all Oriental food is natural unless the surimi, allegedly made of crab. Number 3, PATÉ. Similar to surimi, PATÉ is sold falsely as duck liver. What is true is that the foie gras is made of duck liver, goose, or goose. These animals are fed especially to make your liver grow more than normal, but the pâté we know is made of pork, cow, or chicken viscera, adding spices, milk and flour. They often confuse these two foods, but the meaning of pâté is pasta and must contain at least 1/3 of the liver of some animal. Number 2, moronga. For many people isn't known, but in Mexico is quite famous the sarong that, apparently, everything must have pork, because to be able to make it is necessary to wash the guts of the pork with soap and lemon to eliminate the smells it contains. While the filling is made from the blood of the same animal, not coagulated, seasoned and flavored, so it is introduced into the guts and put to boil for a long time, and if you find some hard pieces to eat it is probably bones of the pork head to give more flavor. The sarong is nothing more than a blood sausage. Number 1, lutefisk. Surely this dish does not seem familiar, is a fairly common Nordic food. The cod is the best in the northern lands, but with a special touch, after rehydrating the fish for 5 days, also immersed in water with caustic soda to increase its size and make it look a little gelatinous, so far seems toxic, because the soda is well known that it is used to clean baths and things of its type, that is why it is re-immersed in water 6 days to be edible. In Finland soda is not used, but potash is less aggressive, only that, if you spend time, you'll be ingesting a cod soap. There are many things we eat and we do not know what they are made. Sometimes it is better not to know. We consume bones, veal stomach in cheeses, caviar is so expensive that it is preserved in borax-like detergents, the red color is obtained from beetles and the famous lanolin or sheep secretions in chewing gums. We do not know what most things are done in the market, but the taste at the end of the day is what matters, although behind this there is a great mystery. That's why we should always see the labels and know what we put our body, because not everything is so healthy as they say, not 100% natural. As always, I would like to know your opinion. What was the product that surprised you the most?